Hey there guys, what's up? Ragtter here, welcoming you back to Pokémon Showdown. I just had this battle and it was super exciting, and I got to use a Pokémon that is not very often seen. I'm very pleased to introduce you to Gourgeist. Gourgeist is a Pokémon that, with its Phantom Force attack, can break protection. You heard it. This is a ghost-type fly-like move, so it'll take 2 turns, that when it actually makes contact, breaks protection. How amazing is that? I built the rest of this team in order to set up KOs, or to get KOs that are set up in turn by Gourgeist. It's pretty incredible. All these Pokemon put on some fantastic offensive pressure, I have some damage redirection and speed control, and it boils down to a pretty fun team. It has its kinks to iron out, but this battle shows that I've made a lot of progress since I first put this to pen and paper. It's late, and I'm tired, but we are going to talk about this battle anyway because it's super duper cool. Now, my opponent leads off with Charizard and Virizion, which I thought he might do. I wasn't sure about the Virizion, but I knew the Charizard was going to be out here immediately. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to have Volcarona go for the Rage Powder, and then have Suicune set up Tailwind. I did not think Virizion would then be able to hit Suicune, even though I had Rage Powder up. That was not something I accounted for. Charizard, on the other hand, ends up nailing Volcarona with a Solar Beam, clearly not intended for it. I also said Bleam, but ignore that. And Suicune is able to set up its Tailwind very effectively, though I am short a Citrus Berry now. So my choice scarfed, Gourgeist Small comes in, and I'm prepared to start knocking some people out. Virizion gets knocked down to its Focus Sash via my Heat Wave, and Volcarona is able to dodge the Stone Edge, which I'm not sure would have KO'd because I have a Sharpie Berry, so that would have reduced the Rock-type attack's damage. Now, Gourgeist, you need to calm down. You need to learn to not have a Glass Jaw, Gourgeist Small, because that critical Solar Beam almost knocked out my Grass-type. That's ridiculous. Virizion is able to dodge the Heat Wave coming in with a Protect. Charizard gets chipped down a little lower. Gourgeist dodges its own Heat Wave via the Phantom Force, and Volcarona almost goes down. Come on, you gotta hold down, Volcarona. So he makes a very good play, brings in Landorus Therian to get the Intimidate off onto my Gourgeist, goes for the Protect on Charizard though, clearly not aware, or at least trying to forestall the inevitable on my Phantom Force, knocks him down into KO range, but the Heat Wave misses! Oh, I was so upset. Well, it does almost knock out Landorus Therian, but my Tailwind has petered out and my Pokemon are going to be slower for it. That means that Gourgeist can no longer go toe-to-toe with Landorus, or at least, off the top of my head, I don't think I win in that. I can't remember the exact speed stat of Gourgeist Small, but I figured it was better to not take the chance. I bring Suicune in its stead, and Volcarona gets knocked out by a Rock Slide. Very unfortunate, and Suicune is brought down very low by a critical Heat Wave. But the sunlight fades, and that's good news for me. So I bring Gourgeist Small back in. I'm looking to get some pickup KOs, and I'm looking to just keep Suicune on the board. If I can get another Tailwind set up by creating some space with Gourgeist, I can win this. Now, I hadn't expected Shadow Sneak to do that little of damage to Landorus, so I was pretty disappointed I didn't immediately get the KO, and I do lose my Gourgeist here, which is very, very unfortunate. But all is not lost because remember, Gourgeist has knocked Charizard into a very easy KO range. So good for you, Gourgeist. You didn't really do the job I wanted you to in this game, but my opponent made it very difficult for me. I also keep losing my throat. I keep losing my throat. I keep losing my breath a little bit, so please forgive me. Now Landorus, it goes out with that there Rock Slide. Charizard goes out with the Overheat. Neither of these attacks phase my team in the slightest bit. I am able to get off a Tailwind. Gardevoir is able to get off a Hyper Voice, and Landorus and Charizard are both knocked out of the game. Gardevoir coming in and cleaning up just like it was intended. Now Virizion, 1 HP comes out. Hydreigon, full HP but doubly weak to fairies comes out. It is only a matter of time before my opponent's guard breaks. The timing on this turn is unfortunate, however, because I still have Tailwind for 3 turns. That means 3 turns of outspeeding both of his Pokemon. He's going to go for the Double Protect to try and forestall the inevitable. He wants to keep that Tailwind out as long as possible, or rather keep that Tailwind from having effect, I should say. Well, Virizion fails to get the double protect. Hydreigon gets it though, but that's not gonna save Virizion, who is probably one of the better chances of knocking out my Mega Gardevoir. Suicune? Suicune's hanging on by one of the threads coming out of its tail. But Gardevoir is here to rip into this Hydreigon. My opponent tries for the third protect, but alas, cannot stall the Tailwind anymore, and gets knocked out by the Hyper Voice. And thus, a fairly disastrous beginning comes to a fairly disastrous for my opponent end. I really brought it full circle there. I love this team though. I've had a lot of fun working on it. I did go into one battle without Rage Powder or Tailwind on my Volcarona, which was pretty fun. And the bulky Gourgeist isn't really working out with the team I have set up currently. Offensive Choice Scarf Gourgeist, much better. I'm going to have to do some more experimenting. But if you liked seeing Gourgeist and a really unusual Pokemon, let me know. Let me know what other kind of weird and kooky Pokemon I can slap in, and I'll definitely try to make a team around them. Maybe they'll even partner up with Gourgeist. I have a problem. I like my pumpkins too much. That's why I started using this, because I'm growing pumpkins in real life. Did you know that? If you made it to the end, comment that down below. Until next time, guys, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye!